Recommended by CBS News, Reader's Digest, consumerism expert Clark Howard, and the former U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services Tommy Thompson as the best way to save money on prescription medications. BidRx functions just like Amazon, eBay, and other highly utilized information and bidding sites. This patented system is very powerful and sophisticated, yet easy to use. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you how BidRx works. First, you must sign in at the highlighted section shown here. Next, simply click on Start a Bid or Start an Auction in any of the 3 areas indicated by the arrows. This will then take you to the product search page, where you may begin to provide information about your specific prescription. Each page guides you through a unique aspect of entering your prescription into BidRx.com. The first detail is the drug or product name. We use the term product because BidRx works for non-drug items like diabetic test strips, insulin syringes, needles, and so on. You can type the product name in the search box or scan the list of the most popular searches and click on your products. If you have trouble with the spelling of your prescription, you may also take advantage of our alphabetic listing at the bottom of the page. To demonstrate the process, we're going to click on Asifex, a frequently prescribed drug which is similar to Nexium for GI upset, acid reflux, heartburn, ulcer prevention, and treatment. If multiple products are available that are Asifex or contain the same active drug, these choices are listed. Simply click on the product name you want and proceed to the next step. You can always go back and look at the other choices later if you wish. Just hit the back button to do so, or start a new auction. Whichever name you choose becomes the original product for your auction. Here you see 3 different options: Asifex, Asifex Sprinkle, and the generic, which is called Rabeprazole Sodium. Let's say your original prescription is for Asifex, so I'll click on that one. When multiple dosage forms, like tablets, capsules, and liquid forms are available, separate columns of the doses are shown for each dosage form currently available. Just click on the form and the dosage you want. Asifex has only one dosage and drug form currently, so you don't see other options in this particular example. Note that BidRx confirms your choice. Here, Asifex 20 mg tablets is indicated, and then the system requests entry of basic additional details. All requested data is necessary to determine a price for each prescription and to display all therapeutic alternatives that are available. Enter the quantity from your prescription. How many capsules, tablets, or doses do you need for the period of time you will be taking the medication? Then enter the directions, or the length of time in days the quantity needs to last when taken as prescribed. For example, a quantity of 90 tablets taken 1 time per day will last for 90 days. A quantity of 90 tablets taken 3 times per day will only last for 30 days, and so on. Remember, these details are necessary for pricing each prescription, and for presenting you and your doctor with similar prescriptions for comparison, which you will see in just a moment. When a generic is available for the chosen product, the system offers you a choice of whether the brand name product is needed or if you wish to proceed with the lower-cost generic equivalent. If yes, just click the box Brand Required, then click Next. If you didn't check Brand Required on the previous page, BidRx gives you one more opportunity to continue with a brand name product or change it to the generic equivalent. By choosing Brand Required, the auction proceeds as Asifex 20 mg tablets. By choosing Continue with Generic, the auction changes from Asifex to Rabeprazole Sodium 20 mg tablets, which is the generic. Since we're all talking about saving money, let's click Continue with Generic. We should first note that the retail price for 90 tablets of the brand name Asifex, typically paid by consumers, is over $1,100, as you see inserted on the bottom. Now let's finish the process to see what impact BidRx has compared to that cost. Based on the details entered, BidRx immediately begins providing relevant information that empowers you to be a wiser consumer of prescription drugs. First, BidRx produces what we call a similar product price comparison. This report, the only one of its kind, determines the maximum price that our pharmacies can charge, which is equal to the average paid by consumers on high-deductible health plans across the country, for the original prescription, and, when available, a list of similar products that likely can treat your condition just as successfully, and the maximum price for each of those similar prescriptions. We call this the first level of competition. It is where pharmaceutical companies, businesses that make different drugs, which are quite similar to one another, compete for the choice of treatment. Obviously, your doctor has to choose which drug to prescribe, but this report is critical for more informed decisions. In this example, choosing omeprazole, which is similar to Asifex, could save you almost $500 in a 3-month supply compared to the generic for Asifex. But keep in mind that the prices on the similar product price comparison are not the final prices. The final price on the generic for Asifex is much closer to the final price of omeprazole. You'll see that in a moment. The similar product price comparison is essential for the following actions. First, learning the price of your original prescription. Second, learning if there are similar drugs available and strengths and doses that are likely to produce the same results. Third, learning the prices of all available similar drugs, including pill splitting opportunities, which usually cuts your drug's cost by 50%. So take a look where the arrows are at the quantities, and if you see a different quantity than your original order, then you may be able to cut your cost by changing to a different dosage. And fourth, as a vital resource for asking your doctor if a lower-cost product could work just as well for your condition, we make it easy for you with our Print Report button on our similar product price comparison page. Physicians usually have no idea what the drugs they prescribe cost and are astounded at the value of the information provided by BidRx. And speaking of value, if you can't afford the drug your doctor prescribes, what good is the prescription the doctor wrote for you? We encourage you to have a straightforward discussion about the cost of your medications. Now that you have the necessary information at your fingertips, it's easy to do. We know the cost of medications is a major problem today for many American consumers just like you. That's why we're here for you, and that's why you'll want to see the next level of competition, where we instantly get pharmacies to compete for your business. Though this report has extraordinary information for getting the best value for each choice of drug therapy, the power of BidRx is just beginning. Maximum prices shown in the similar product price comparison report are not the final prices you pay for prescriptions. In most cases, they're not even close. By clicking on Get Instant Bids, one additional level of competition will save you even more money. And then you may shop around, conveniently, simply by clicking on Get Instant Bids for several of the similar medications on your list to see what the final bid price and service offering is for each at different pharmacies. First, we'll click Get Instant Bids for Rabeprazole, our original prescription, so you can see firsthand how excessive the current markups are in many cases. I know the 93% price drop you just witnessed on a 90-day supply seems unbelievable, but we see the power of direct competition do this for thousands of people every day. This illustrates the extreme markups, especially on generic medications, that individual Americans, the Medicare system, and employers have been subjected to, all because they have never before seen the possibilities, how little they could and should be paying for the prescriptions they need when American-style competition is allowed to work effectively. If you don't believe your eyes, I don't blame you. We have lots of other examples to share, and you're welcome to do your own research if you wish. That is exactly why we are providing free access to the BidRx demo site before you decide to subscribe. If the value is not there on your list of medications, please don't subscribe to BidRx now, but keep us in mind for friends and family that may benefit. If you do find that prices from our pharmacies are lower than what you're paying now, we would be honored to help you and your family. To view the prices of lower-cost medications, simply click on the blue link labeled Get Instant Bids on another similar product, and it will take you back to the SPCC page. But before we go back to the similar product price comparison report, I want to show you proof of the pricing variation on this medication as an example. In the so-called discount arrangement that MainSense Employer Coalition has with CVS Caremark, I discovered the following price for Rabeprazole. You can see from the screenshot that they are charging employees covered by their high-deductible insurance plan over $352 for the same medication and from the same manufacturer that only cost $40.43 from the lowest bidder on BidRx. That is what BidRx can do to our healthcare costs through open competition, and that is why we're so excited to introduce this program to you, your family members, or employees. Now, let's get back to shopping for other, even lower-cost medications. Back on the similar product price comparison page, I highlighted the lowest cost therapeutic alternative. In other words, a similar drug but also approved by the FDA as effective treatment for the same condition. This medication is omeprazole, and it has a pre-bid price of only $13.07. One click on Get Instant Bid reveals that you could treat your condition for just $7.62 for a 90-day supply, including the cost of shipping. So let me recap quickly. We went from a brand-name drug, Asifex, with a cost of $1,100, discovered there is an equivalent generic for Asifex with a pre-bid cost of over $500, down to a final bid cost of just over $40. Then, in just seconds, we found a similar drug that will likely treat your condition just as well for under $8. All we have to do is ask our doctor, "Doc, is there any reason why we have to treat my condition with an $1,100 drug when this one for $8 might work just as well?" The answer we've heard in most cases is, sure, it only makes sense to start treatment with the lower cost drug. I just had no way of knowing what the costs are until you showed me on BidRx.com. To complete your order, simply click Reserve Now. At this point, you are still not obligated to purchase any medication. There's just one more step, confirming your reservation. You now have access to the pharmacy's full contact information and will be able to confirm your reservation if you are ready to do so. This page will also show you what additional free services the selected pharmacy is offering. In this case, they show that shipping via the U.S. Postal Service is included in the cost shown. To complete your order and lock in your guaranteed price for 30 days, just click Confirm Reservation. You may then contact the pharmacy and provide the necessary information, your valid prescription, and payment method. If you prefer, the pharmacy will reach out to you shortly after your confirmation to find out how and where to get your prescription from, how you prefer to pay for your medication, and what your order number is, which is provided by the BidRx system upon confirming your reservation. One final point. All products reserved through BidRx require a valid prescription from your doctor. BidRx reservations cannot be filled without a prescription. We greatly appreciate your interest in BidRx, where information is power and head-to-head competition at 2 different levels provides the knowledge and information you need to get the best value every time. We hope you'll get in the habit of checking your prescription prices every time you need a new prescription or a refill, because prices are constantly being driven down by our unique competitive platform. Your contact at BidRx will be happy to answer any additional questions you may have, or to set you, your family members, or your employees up with access to our powerful website. Thank you for your consideration. We appreciate and respect your time and look forward to helping you find awesome savings value through BidRx.com.